right. Hi, everyone. It's the Dynamite Doll, and this is episode 31 of Dirt with the Doll. I am here today with Eric Stevens. He is the owner and promoter of Super Strong Pro Heavyweight Wrestling. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am so great. It's Monday, which isn't my usual day to record, so this is a treat. Welcome to the Dollhouse. I am so happy to have you here.
I'm super pumped. I'm very excited to be on. I'm happy that you don't have a case of the Mondays, even though it's Monday. So
exactly.
That's cool.
You made my Monday so much brighter, and I appreciate that.
Excellent. That's what I strive to do.
And your beard is looking killer. Did you dye it?
I did not. I do not dye my beard. I think it's a lot darker because I don't have hair now. Yeah. So I was actually before you jumped on, I was like, oh my God, I 1000% look like a rabbi now. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Just that or crazy Amish. Either way.
Yeah. I'll gift you a hat next time I see you.
Excellent.
Nice little Amish hat.
I just need the little payas at the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So your company is a nonprofit organization. Can you tell me a little bit about your back history and what it is you guys do and when you started?
Sure. So myself and my business partner, wrestling legend Tommy Cairo, he's been in it for 40 plus years. We've been in business together about a year, a little over a year now. And we are a 501c3 nonprofit charity. We do a lot of stuff for St. Jude's. We do stuff for the Girl Scouts. We do stuff for cancer research. We do stuff for autism. Pretty much, I just really like doing cool shit with cool people for cool causes.
Yeah, things that feel good. And so working with kids, is that something close to your heart because you are a father yourself? Hi, my little sweetie.
Yeah, 1000%. I'm all very geared towards children. When I left my 9 to 5 for 8 years, I started a comic book toy oddity shop, and I just wanted to interact with kids of all ages because I'm 40 years old and I still feel like a child. I mean, you and I and the group are talking about like nerd stuff and goofy shit, and you were telling me the stuff that you're right. But I love the fact that my kids are into the stuff that I'm into, and because that's how it was, when you and I were young. You adapt to the things that your parents like, and then you kind of get your own spin on it, and just grows from there. I love working with kids. The Girl Scout thing has been a huge thing for us. My daughter's a Girl Scout. My daughter, Gigi Stevens, who is our new Bell Girl, which is pretty awesome. But we do a ton of stuff with their Girl Scout troop and just the Girl Scouts in general. So we've done 3 events for them so far. So we've been able.
And does she sell the cookies and everything?
Actually, yes. Team SWO was there when they were selling cookies at one of our events. Yeah, it was great.
Then they bought them all.
They sold a bunch. Yeah. Yep.
Do you guys have the mint cookies up there too? Or is that just
We do.
Yeah.
Do you? So I know that they have different cookies like per different like
levels
areas. Do you guys? I'm sure you guys get shit that we don't have.
I don't know. I just know that the mint cookies are the hot commodity. So
always them and the shortbreads for whatever.
Always have the chocolate or the vanilla, but everyone wants the mint. They are
delicious. Yep. I love the mints. So, what's your favorite?
What's my favorite?
Yep, mint thins, thin mints, whatever you call.
I mean, usually if I'm going cake or something, I'm more of a vanilla girl than chocolate. So, but those mint Girl Guide cookies are pretty delicious. So I'll give it to them. Nice. You are currently looking for a commissioner for the women's division. What is it you think the division could benefit from having a commissioner, and what qualities do you think that this person needs to have to fit in? Which, by the way, guys, if you don't know, I am running to be the commissioner. So.
You are. She is.
Might be cheating a little bit, finding out what I need to do to win this.
Honestly, I feel my main thing was I didn't want somebody like me or somebody like my business partner, you know what I mean, telling these amazing female athletes how they should do their jobs, speaking for them, because realistically, what do I know about women's wrestling? What does my business partner know about women's wrestling? He knows wrestling. I know wrestling. But who would know better than somebody who is in the wrestling business that is a female?
You're right. Check.
You know what I mean?
So we are down to the 3 finalists. So there's myself, Chaos. Is she a professional wrestler or just a manager?
I believe she's just the manager at this current moment. I don't know if I'm sure her dad Rage. Yeah. And if she hasn't been in the gym since she came out, I'm pretty sure she's been there. You know what I mean?
She had heart surgery or something like that.
Yeah. Yes. I believe so.
Yeah. I watched her video, so it was she seems like she's a young, energetic, involved in the business herself. Her father's a wrestler.
Huge supporter of the indie scene.
Approach, I think.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
She's gonna have a little bit of a tougher approach, I think. Like, she's not gonna put up with much.
No. If she's anything like Rage, she would definitely whip some people into shape. Not saying that you would, and the other, young lady would as well, because I think not necessarily whipping them into shape, but gearing them into, I guess. I remember growing up, it wasn't like a huge women's wrestling thing. You know what I mean? It was really starting to really hit and catch fire around that time. You had more managers and more valets than you had women wrestlers. I grew up like in the 90s and early 2000s. So you had the, aggression, the attitude era, the ruthless aggression era, that whole thing. So you had, the divas thing was really starting to take off when I was younger. So I think having, especially somebody like you, somebody like Chaos, the family of wrestling blood. I mean, it's been in your blood your entire life. It's been in her blood her entire life. Who better to lead some of these amazing women that we have? Because we have just phenomenal women that have worked for us. Who better to show them the way than you guys? Sure shit, not me. You know what I mean?
And there is still a third competitor, and that is Courtney Rice. So she is the PR princess from New Jersey. So yes, she's local. Yes, she has a lot of experience throughout the New Jersey scene and area. So she could bring a different flair. Well, not really a different flair, but a local standpoint flair. But guys, just because I'm Canadian doesn't mean I'm going to not bring that special flair as well. I think that I've traveled around the world. I've worked in England, I've worked in the States, Canada, so I bring that experience as well. So it could be anyone's, and I'm really, really excited and honored to be able to run in this.
I think each of you bring something special to the table. Like you are very, very alike in a lot of ways, but very, very different in a lot of ways.
Exactly. So it's just going to be what everyone gravitates towards.
Yeah, it's going to come down to people's votes. So, those out there in radio land, podcast land, get your votes in, because
the voting should be live soon, I believe. So of course I'll share that. And
coming up,
then you have to get your votes in.
Absolutely.
So you recently had a show at Showboat Hotel, Atlantic City. Was that your first show there?
It was our first show. So we linked up with a company, Black Ink Events, phenomenal company. They do stuff all over the country. They do different types of conventions. They do everything from like security conventions called IMEX to like pop culture cons. They do paranormal stuff. They do stuff everywhere. So I met them through one of the horror cons that I was at. And we just linked up, and they had interest in doing a wrestling event, and they were working with a company, but the company had to bail out. And then he was kind of like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do." I'm like, "Well, I don't just run a comic book toy oddity shop." That's what I had met him, for becoming one of his sponsors. And then I was like, "Well, I have a wrestling company." He's like, "Oh my God, really?" It was actually pretty funny. We were interviewing live, and he had no idea. I'm like, "I thought you followed me on social."
So were
I
you
love Eric.
working?
He's
Do you
fantastic.
work the HorrorCon conventions with your store as well, or?
I do, yeah. So I've been doing the HorrorCon circuit even before I had a toy comic oddity shop. I was doing radio. I was doing stuff with bands. So
Yeah.
I was pretty much doing all that. Different cons. I was doing horror conventions. I was doing comic book conventions. I was doing. We have these things called punk rock flea markets. They're like really hot around here. I don't know if you
Oh,
have them
that'd
up
be
there.
so fun.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. There's one that we were doing in Trenton. It's one of my best shows of the year. I mean, the crowd is phenomenal, phenomenal. They are. I've never seen people want to spend money to go in to spend more money because that's literally what you do. You pay to
Yeah.
get in this giant flea market, and they have, in the rain. They have lines around the building, and they put on such an amazing show. Such an amazing show.
And do they
They
have
have
live
such a great
bands
team.
too?
They have bands, they have celebrity guests. I've met Guar there. I've met different people from different movies there. They have so much stuff, and it's really awesome because it's more low key than a normal con. What are you doing? She's getting.
Oh, hey.
She's coming to chill. But they have more of a low key celebrity um, presence there. That's the
Yeah.
big
Well,
problem with
punk rock is a little more chill.
Yeah. You would
Chill
think
vibe.
so. You would think so.
Wow. Are you a big punk rock guy? I know you're a metal guy, but
I like punk. I do
yeah.
like punk. I like more like older punk. I like some ska stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very much more a metalhead. I just like music in general.
Yeah.
Music, movies, pretty much all that fun
So
stuff.
this Showboat Hotel, it seems like it's a very, I don't know, iconic venue, is it?
It is, yeah. So they have concerts there at the House of Blues, which is
Okay, yeah.
they have not
The House of
utilized.
Blues in Vegas.
Yeah, they have not utilized that in a while. I believe the venue is shut down for the time being. They're trying to pivot, so they're not really a casino anymore. They are more a kid-friendly, family-oriented venue. So they took out all their gambling stuff. They have like go-karts in there now and golfing, and there's a huge water park.
Wow, that sounds fun.
It's
Can't wait to
pretty
check
cool.
it out. It's definitely on my list of venues.
Yeah, it's a fun venue. I mean, you're in Atlantic City, so even if you're like, well, I drove, and the go-karts are awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
I
be
drove
going
these.
real slow.
You will not, I promise. I think there's 3 levels. There's like and there's and there's God. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I took my
The last time I went go-karting, I'm just like breaking. Yeah.
just
A little bit of a scaredy
riding the
cat.
brake the whole time.
Yeah.
No
I
judgment.
did, when you can go down those, like, I guess it's a roller coaster in the mountains thing. I did that in BC with my older daughter. I don't know how old she was at the time. Maybe, let's say she was 12 or something, but we did it together. But I was in control of the brake and I braked the whole time. And we got off and she's like, that sucked. Like, you sucked. I was like, well, I'm scared.
It's like, I'm going to go on without you now. See ya.
Yeah, exactly. So she went again without me. Like,
Yeah.
no brake, just hands up.
She actually wasn't wearing a seatbelt the whole time. She's like, I just went for it.
Yeah, exactly. Something went down at the show where your head got shaved. Can you fill us in with what happened?
I did, yeah. I had long, luscious Jewish hair, and it's gone now, thanks to a gentleman named Sam Reaper and his associates. So our very first show in Mount Holly, New Jersey, there was a couple individuals that were not too thrilled that we were in their house, but not on, and they weren't on our show. So they kind of made their presence known, and we retaliated. And then it just kind of progressed from there. So we wanted to feature these gentlemen on our shows, so we had them in it. And Sam and I guess, just kind of butted heads. I mean, he's a very, very talented wrestler, but very headstrong individual. Does not put up with bullshit, kind of like me. So I guess he didn't like the things that I was saying. I retorted, and it just came to a head in Atlantic City. He had just finished his match with Grim the Bull. At our the show prior to that, he had a dog collar match and he got tossed around. And then in Atlantic City, we unveiled our new concept, one of our new concept for a match called the Ride the Bull match. You have to last 8 minutes against Grim the Bull, and he is not a small individual, and he's a bad dude. I will be 1,000%. So I think Sam lasted about 5 minutes. And then after the match was over, it was right before the intermission. I was getting ready to, do my announcements and tell people to go get drinks and refreshments and go see the wrestlers. And he slid in. We exchanged words. I went to turn around because apparently his buddies were coming out. And he popped me. And I went down. And they held me down. And they shaved some nice little streaks. Because if they had done the sides, I would have probably been able to do something cool. But no, he was right down the middle.
They had like an electric one?
Yeah. They brought it. They were prepared. They were 1,000% prepared. So they shaved my head.
I saw some pictures, and at the start, I'm like, he had hair. And then at the end,
I did. I 1,000%. So
I was like, what happened? Because he actually still looks good. So I was a little confused.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So they shaved some streaks and took some off. And then I went in the back, and I honestly was just trying to get myself together. Yeah. And at the end, I feel like I retaliated in the right way because I was done. Yeah.
You don't mess with a metal guy's hair, you guys.
No. Well, see, honestly, I had no problem with the hair. At one point, I was like, oh, this sucks. But then I'm like, you know what? I've had the shaved head before. But he went for my beard.
Oh, okay. We don't go there.
And that's how you get stabbed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest.
Damn. He's daring, ballsy.
Ballsy. Well, he honestly did not. His night did not end well. He took a power. I'm pretty sure a power bomb or a choke slam from Gary Wolf through a table.
Yeah.
So
is he going to be on the next show? Or is he...
Sam, I don't believe he's on our next show. Our next show is September 19th. He is not on our next one. Maybe he makes an appearance. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Who knows?
See what happens.
Yeah, that hasn't stopped him before. We've had him. We haven't had him on one of our shows, and he showed up. So.
Okay, you just never know.
Yeah, it's wrestling.
What was your first taste of professional wrestling?
Ooh, my first taste of professional wrestling. Honestly, my dad has been a wrestling fan forever. It was always a staple in our house. Always watched it. I believe he did a wrestling radio show for a little while too when he was in college.
No way.
And then he started ring announcing. So he ring announced for the Monster Factory, which is one of the most prestigious wrestling schools on the East Coast. A lot of big names came through the family. A lot of big names. I've met some.
That's super cool.
Yeah, I've met some great. I can't tell you how many people I've met that just being a huge fan of them at the time. Like my favorite two wrestlers back in the day were called the Spiders. They were their tag team champions, and they went on to become Mosh and Thrasher, the headbangers for WWE. Wow. And I was like, that's crazy. I remember them at I think they were 18 or 19 at the time, maybe younger. I mean, they were young. But my first taste of holy shit, I'm hooked, is he was ring announcing a show at the Williamstown Armory, and I was first or second row, and it was the Pegasus Kid, Chris Benoit, versus Sabu.
Oh yeah.
It was insane.
That would get you hooked.
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting there, and Sabu comes down, and he sets the table up, and then he puts Benoit up, and then he goes in the ring with the chair, and I'm like, and at this point, I had never seen this before, so I have no friggin' idea what's coming. And he came over the top with the chair, and I was like, damn. I'm like, that's crazy. And from there, I was hooked. And from there, my dad would take me to different events. He did a couple ECW house shows. He ring announced, like their dark matches, I guess. But then I also would go with him to stuff when he wasn't ring announcing. I saw the Taipei death match at the 2300, Axel versus Ian Rotten, which is the bloodiest. Can I say the F word?
Yeah.
The bloodiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, dude. It was crazy. How old were you? I think I was 10, like, 11 years old, and they were just beating the shit out of each other and blood everywhere. It was crazy. I watched my dad almost get set on fire by Balls Mahoney, who was a Buddha Singh at the time at the Monster Factory, and he set Abdullah the Butcher on fire. He went to block it, and his whole shawl cut up because it was polyester and fire don't mix.
Oh,
I think they were. Yeah,
that wasn't supposed to happen.
No. Because he was maybe, I don't know if it wasn't. I don't friggin' know. But all I know is they were supposed to do like almost 20 minutes. They did just shy of like 16, 17 minutes. And you could smell the steak the whole time. And they're patching Abdullah the Butcher up in the back. And they're like, you really need to go to the hospital. It burned him so bad. It went down like you could see pink and white. It was gross as shit. And he's like, fuck that. I'm hungry. So. Let's go eat. Hospital later.
I'm hungry.
And we're sitting at this restaurant, all of us. There's like 15 of us. And before the food even came out, you could smell steak because it was him.
Ew, that's disgusting. But you were hooked.
Shit, I'll be real.
Like, this is cool.
But I've seen some cool stuff, some really cool stuff. So got to experience some great things because of, my dad. And
I had no idea your dad was involved. So that's super cool.
Yeah. He was a ring announcer for a long time. He worked for a couple different promotions out of Pennsauken. He did a couple promotion. He did the Monster Factory. He did some, like I said, some ECW house stuff. Yeah. But it was really cool. I've seen him bring down some huge names like Hacksaw, Snuka.
Yeah, and then you got to be backstage and stuff.
That was. I watched him get picked up by this gigantic dude, and because he was messing with him. He's like, "Don't make me come up there and kick your ass." And this dude lifted him up and dropped him, and they were joking around and they like hugged it out and stuff. And he went on later to become the Big Show.
Oh damn.
So
that'd be like meeting a giant when you're a kid.
Yeah. Oh, he was not tiny, like at all. I probably came up to like one of his toes.
Yeah, I met Andre the Giant when I was younger, so
amazing. Anybody want a peanut? I love him. So good.
You're hilarious. Of course, there's more to you than just wrestling. So let's talk about what makes Eric Eric. We've touched a little bit on that already, like music.
Mm-hmm. I'm a huge nerd at this point. Like I've been a nerd for a really long time. I've always been into like comics and video games and cartoons and movies and music. It's just always been a thing. I adapted a lot of the stuff from my dad. He was always a big comic guy. He liked sports and movies and music. And then I kind of just developed my own style from there. It's just always stuck with me. I love movies. Movies are probably my favorite thing.
So are you a collector with like records and DVDs or?
I have an obscene amount of stuff. Yeah. Like a lot. I've been collecting for 30 plus years. I still have figures from when I was a kid. Stuff I've collected over the years, stuff I've collected with my dad over the years, stuff I've collected with my kids over the years. Yeah. I have movies and records and comics and life-size figures. I have autographs. I have so many fucking posters. It's insane. I don't even know why. They're just all rolled up.
No space to put them all up.
No space. I have just autographed art prints and pins and stickers. And I used to work for Hot Topic back in the day, so I have like a ton of Vote for Pedro stuff and like corn stickers and Limp Bizkit stickers. Just all this just I love stuff, and it got to the point where I had so much of it. I opened up a store, and then I was
Like,
trying to get out of some of the stuff, and then I just acquired more shit.
Right. I know. It's like me working in a clothing store. It's like, well, you're getting a discount, but then you're buying more.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
And you run out of space.
that's
I don't work
that's
in a
another
clothing
thing. I
store
have
now,
tons
but
of
I have in
band
the past. Yeah.
shirts, hats.
Oh my gosh, my stack of band shirts. I had to stop. And kind of same with wrestling shirts because I'm like, I have so many. But
Yeah, I honestly, that's one thing I didn't collect a lot of. I have like wrestling figures. I had my favorites. I wasn't like the huge WWF guy, WWE guy. I always loved Mick Foley.
yeah.
Uh, always loved the ECW stuff, but I thought a lot of the other stuff was just showy. I was never like a Doink the Clown fan. I was never, you know what I mean? It's nothing against it. I just wasn't.
You
I
liked
liked
the
more
workhorses a
real.
little more?
Yeah, I liked real.
Yeah. I hear you. So you're a girl dad of 4, was it?
5.
5.
I have
Damn.
2 teenagers, an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old. I have a 11-year-old, 11-year-old, a 3-year-old, and the Rugrat over there. She's 1.
Oh. You got your hands full. I come from 5, but there's 3 girls, 2 boys.
Yeah. So a nice little happy medium.
Yeah. So is there anything your girls are into that you used to like that's retro or that you're like,
Oh my god, my daughter Gianna, and honestly now my 3-year-old Natalia, my 3-year-old has been obsessed for like the last few months with 89 Batman, like with
nice.
Michael Keaton and Batman Returns.
Oh,
So we've been watching that a lot. She goes, Batman. I love it. It's so good. And now she's been getting into Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So we
Do you
did
know
that.
what movie my daughter loves?
Yeah, and honestly, so we tried it. I tried putting on Pee-wee's Big Adventure for her maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, and she wasn't into it. I put it on for her last night. I shit you not. She was glued to that fucking TV.
Yeah.
She was laughing. Oh, dude, it was so good. And I put it on for earlier today, and same thing, stuck to it. So now I have another one in the rotation. So which is good.
You haven't shown them like Care Bears or?
So they're not really into like the old school cartoons. That I will say. They like certain ones.
They're kind of
like
boring when you look back for kids.
Yeah. See, I love Looney Tunes. I've always loved Looney Tunes. That's been my thing. Gossamer's my favorite. The big red dude. The one who gets made in the lab.
Oh, is that is it the hairy one?
Yeah. The one gets he gets like shrunk and then he gets like it's shaved and I love him. So good. They're into that a little bit. They like my 10-year-old, my 11-year-old. She's really big in anime lately, so she's been doing anime and she's been doing some like older, like when we were kids, like cartoons, like Invader Zim, Ren and Stimpy. She's big into Bob's Burgers. She honestly, I have awesome kids.
Yeah. Well, the one next to you is super quiet and well behaved.
Yeah, she's playing right now. She's being crazy. My 11-year-old though, I do have to say she's like my little clone. She loves anime, like horror movies, comic books, Spider-Man, Batman. Yeah.
There's so much you can do with them then. Like movies.
Concerts. Actually, we're waiting for her. She's at camp now. She'll be back on Sunday. We're taking her to see a Brand New Day, the Spider-Man movie.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Yeah. Super pumped.
So yeah, you're huge into movies. What is your all-time favorite movie?
Oh, it's such an I don't know. See, we would need to do like top 5 genre. I can't just choose one. You're a movie fan. I can't do it.
Well, I'm not the biggest movie fan because of my ADHD. I'm like, I don't sit a lot and watch things. But I feel the same about music. If they ask your favorite band or favorite song, or I'm more of like one. I have a favorite album of this band. I'm really an album person.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I would say as far as movies go, I'm big into horror. I love like practical effects. I love The Thing from '78. I like black and white stuff. Nosferatu, 1922.
Damn, black and white.
I love black and white. Love black and white.
You know what movies are great are the Elvis movies.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are not
They're
bad.
so bad that they're like amazing to watch.
Yeah.
I
They're
love
so
it.
bad.
And I'm a big Elvis fan, so.
Hey, no judgment. I don't knock people for the things they like. You know, I used to have people come into the store. They're like, I feel really weird asking this. I'm like, why? I have a fucking coffin filled with VHS tapes over there. Go nuts. Like, what do you, you know? What's your favorite album?
My favorite album? I mean, it was always, I'm going to say Marilyn Manson, Antichrist Superstar.
Nice.
See, I'm stuttering because I'm like, now that I'm 42, I feel like I'm changing a little bit into more like my calm era.
Okay. That's
so
cool.
Marilyn Manson's always been my favorite, but now I'm kind of turning into like, okay, I like pop and I've never liked country, and all of a sudden I'm dabbling into country a little bit. Hip hop and house music has been really great this summer for me. But I mean, I love metal, but I'm branching out all over the place. So
yeah,
I would say Antichrist Superstar and whole live through this really like define me and like who I am as a person.
Yeah, I love Manson. I love Manson. Great. Not my favorite metal band, but
well, he's not like so metal. Like I like a lot of metalcore, and he's different than that. He's more mainstream, but I love him as a personality. You know, a front man.
Metalcore, not bad. Killswitch Engage, Shatters Fall, pretty cool.
They're the best.
Who, Killswitch?
Yeah.
Bring
Me the Horizon, I really like. They're coming in September, so I'm gonna go see them.
Yeah, my favorite's In Flames from Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah, I'm seeing them in November, and that will be my 40th time seeing them. I'm very excited.
Is it your 40th birthday, or did I get that wrong?
Yeah, my 40th just passed on July 8th.
Oh, so you're kind of seeing them for your 40th time.
Yeah, hey, listen, it's gonna be my gift for me and my better half. We're gonna do I think like the side stage meet and greet.
Yeah, I did that with Manson.
Yeah.
Have you ever met any famous actors or seen them somewhere? I guess you do a lot of cons, so.
Yeah. I rushed to try to get a Labubu for David Arquette, which was probably one of the coolest friggin' experiences of my life.
You went to get him a Labubu?
His daughter's really big into Labubus. And he came to my booth, and I didn't have one there, but I knew I had one in my trailer. So I'm like, give me 5. And I ran and tore that shit apart.
Yeah, they were hard to get at first.
Yeah. That's the problem with, unfortunately, like the side business that I'm in. It's ever since COVID, everybody and their mother's like, I'm not going to work. I'm going to sit at home and eat pizza and watch Netflix and sell shit online. That's exactly what it is. So it would be like, I just have a bunch of other resellers trying to come in and buy all my stuff. Like, hey, I know you have that over there for $50, but I get it for $2. Oh,
yeah. Like I know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know them when they come in. You know their type.
I've had a lot of really cool, honestly, celebrity customers, which I'm very excited about. I had one of my favorites was Mindy Sterling, Frau Farbissina from Austin Powers. She bought some stuff for her son.
That's super cool.
Yeah, very cool. One of my favorites. She was amazing. William Forsythe, he bought a bunch of stuff. Cherie Curry, you like bands and rock, and so yeah. I've been very, very blessed to meet cool people. Very, very cool people. Wrestlers too, especially doing this. I've gotten to meet some decent, awesome people, which is very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. What was the coolest? Oh, sorry, skipping a question here. Music. You fronted a band. Tell me about your band days.
So I've been playing since high school. I've always been big into vocals. Not the greatest with instruments. I played guitar for like 5 minutes. But always been really big into vocals. I always thought, obviously the vocals drive the band and give it that extra oomph.
Yes.
So I've always been very enthralled with vocalists like Ozzy. Ozzy's been one of my favorites forever. Anders from In Flames has always been like a huge influence. Chino Moreno from Deftones.
Oh, I just saw Deftones last summer for the first time, and it was like
Josie Scott from Saliva is a great, like, clean vocalist. Love his clean vocals. Howard Jones, Killswitch. Jesse Leach from Killswitch. Just so many awesome influences. So I always was just in love with vocals for music. So I joined bands throughout high school, and then what was it, 7 or 8 years ago, I joined a band. A buddy of mine from Bristol, PA. He wanted to start like a little side hustle. He was already in like a really well-known band, but he wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I would like to throw my hat in the ring, and that was it. So Order of Brutality was formed, and played a bunch of shows and did an album, and I thought we were gonna really like kind of gain speed and take off, and then some of their personal stuff happened, so we were kind of on a permanent hiatus. But I've been kind of still writing on the side with my guitarist, so we're gonna hopefully do something.
You and you, that talent never goes to waste, even if you're just recording or playing at home. I think that's
yeah. You know what? I love expressing. I always thought metal was a very good outlet. Very, very good outlet for like emotion and anger and sadness and I mean just music in general, I guess. I mean that's really what it is. It's expression of.
I wish I could be a metal singer.
Who says you can't?
I've never tried.
First time for everything.
I don't know how some of these girls do it. Spirit Box. I love Spirit Box.
Spirit Box. In this moment, Maria Brink is probably one of my favorite female vocalists of all time. I mean, she is incredible. But listen, I mean, you liked Hole and all those other. There's so many different ways you could sing.
I think a lot of being like fronting the band is just like your aura and presence, stage presence. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I could fake it till I make it.
Well, you already have a decent presence as far as like your persona goes and your whole deal. I mean, you could 1000% front, and you don't have to be belting them out into a microphone. I mean, you don't have to. You can do pretty much whatever you want.
Goals.
Let's go.
Goals. What was the coolest venue you ever played?
Coolest venue I ever played. Honestly, it wasn't us playing. I did a guest spot on 2 songs with a buddy of mine's band, American Grim. Love those guys. Fantastic. You should definitely check them out. They're like horror metal. Yeah. They're really doing like alien stuff now. That's their big shtick. They're doing like alien stuff, which is pretty cool.
Probably a cool live show then.
Yeah, but actually they did the side stage bar at the Showboat, and that was a phenomenal show. We were supposed to play that show, but something happened, and 2 of my guys couldn't make it, so we ended up not being able to play. It was really shitty. I was really looking forward to it because it was assholes to elbows in that place. It was like 300 people in there. It was awesome. Just shoved into this little sidebar. But I got to play 2 songs with their band, and it was just an awesome time.
Right on. That's what it's all about. Experiences.
Yeah.
And who were your biggest influences within music?
Musically, vocals, definitely Anders from In Flames. He's always been probably one of my biggest musical inspirations. Chino Moreno from Deftones, definitely. As far as like my deep vocals goes, probably Howard Jones from Killswitch, Blood Has Been Shed. They're kind of, just I always resonated with those really 3. I've always resonated with those 3 vocalists specifically, as far as just my style goes. Because I do a little bit of everything. Do some cleans, do some highs, do some lows, growls.
I think you need to get back into it.
I would love to. I really would. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll push you to start yours too.
I don't drink anymore, so you can't even be like, oh, just get me drunk enough and I'll do it. No, I have to do it sober now.
Hey, listen, honestly, doing it sober is a lot more rewarding than like trying to make it through a set drunk.
Yeah. You're like, oh crap, now I gotta pee and my mouth is dry.
At this point, I don't drink and drive. I just smoke and fly. So, you know.
Yeah. Perfect. That'll get you through.
True story.
What do you think some of the similarities are between wrestling stars and rock stars now that you're in both worlds?
Ooh.
Been in both worlds.
Honestly, not saying everybody, but ego is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
1000%
for themselves.
I have met some very, very big prima donna musicians and some very, very big prima donna wrestlers. Like a lot. I had a band drop out of a show. I was doing a 45 band festival over 2 days. They dropped out the night before, and then they still showed up the next day, and then bitched and moaned that we didn't have a chord that they needed.
Oh, geez.
I'm like, how do you not bring your own shit?
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
I just had to bitch at someone.
Yeah, and we actually had a wrestler cancel the night before, and then showed up and got pissed when we didn't book him, and then got pissed that he drove all the way out there. He's like, I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You didn't show up.
Yeah. So with is it true with bands typically like the biggest ego is kind of the front man? Because they're kind of the main.
Not always. I've dealt with now I have dealt with some egotistical frontmen. Yeah. I've dealt with a couple bassists, a couple drummers, really.
Bassists?
Yeah.
Just joking. Yeah, it could be anyone.
You know what? If they're good at what they do, I don't knock them. But if you can't back your shit up and you're still talking shit, we have a problem, I think.
Yeah. You shared with me, because you know I'm a mental health advocate, that ADHD advocate, some of your personal strengths or struggles, sorry, and I'd like to touch base on that.
Sure.
And the message I got from your story was perseverance. Like you said, your store flooded and your father passed away around the same time. How were you able to dig deep, keep a positive attitude, and carry on? Because I do find that you are still really positive.
I've been struggling the last couple years with a lot of things, and my family and my friends and my household could tell you that. I mean,
I think it's okay to admit that. And
yeah. Oh, and listen, I'm not afraid to admit that I have fucking problems, and I've been going through it. I lost my best friend and my dad, you know. Yeah. I lost my livelihood after putting everything I had into it. And then on top of that, being drugged through this bullshit lawsuit with my landlord. And just the first month and a half, I was done. I was really mentally tapped out. I was going through it with some of my family, you know, fighting over
money and,
you know, talking about money and their bullshit. And I just wanted to mourn my best friend. I just wanted to mourn my store. I wanted to just decompress and just gather my shit. And it just seemed like I was just at odds with other people, and I wasn't able to kind of just.
Yeah.
And I still catch myself sometimes like really just breaking down sometimes, and just like, I miss you type of stuff. I miss everything type of stuff, because I don't feel like I really had the 1000% opportunity to really
mourn him the way you wanted to.
Yeah. So I feel that that's had a lot of mental exhaustion on me, to where I just check out sometimes. And, you know, I know you're a really
time. Like my dad's been gone 8 years now, and it's like still bawl my eyes out on the anniversary. Sometimes even harder, you know?
Yeah. And I think I've said it before, I think it's a really difficult especially scenario when, how do you say goodbye to somebody who is literally everything that you are as a person? Like, I look like my dad. Everything I love as a person, me personally, Eric Stevens, everything that Eric Stevens is really came from Barry Stevens. Like, my love for music and movies and wrestling and like all the stuff that I love, that I'm like, oh my God, a Godzilla movie's on. I got to watch this. Oh shit. My dad loved this movie. Oh fuck. Kong Skull Island is on. Everything. How do
I would say
you,
you're very blessed to have an amazing father like that.
yeah, I was very, very, very lucky to have such a cool friend and somebody who always had my back, somebody who was always there. I mean, I think that's been my biggest struggle is I haven't gotten his phone call, I every day, multiple times a day. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, Eric, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? I miss more than I think anything. I just miss, like, I have recordings of him from.
I was gonna ask, yeah.
Yeah, I have. He was one of my co-hosts for a while for my radio show, and he was just hilarious and ridiculous all at the same time. So I have some of his recordings. It's not the same, It's just I miss
him in person. Yeah.
Yeah. Not even necessarily just in person. Just there's been times where I forget and I'm like, shit, I haven't heard from Dad yet today. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Do
you think that being a father yourself has helped strengthen you get through this process?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I'm sad because my youngest will never know him.
Yeah.
That sucks. I think that's going to be the biggest bummer for me.
Yeah. My dad never met either of my children, so I know that he's looking down on them though. And
yeah, I agree. I know. So when he passed, a couple months later, we went on vacation and we found out that we were having the little one. So I feel like that is kind of a blessing as well, kind of his way.
I was 3 months pregnant with my little one when my dad passed. So I definitely felt like she was angel sent from heaven.
Yeah. Not only that, but he's a comedian, so he's probably like, gotcha.
Yeah.
You thought you were done. Good luck.
Oh.
So no, it has been a little bit of a struggle as far as like the mental stuff though. So I'm not like, I told you I'm not officially like diagnosed or anything like that. I just know I have a hint of bipolar. I know I have just trailing thoughts, and
it's good to be aware and talk about these things. And I see you definitely still hitting the ground running and putting your best foot forward.
I'm trying. You know what?
Because it's okay to admit that we're having bad days. That's important too. We can't just pretend we're fine all the time. And
yeah. And thankfully, I have a really good support system here, and I know I'm not the easiest sometimes. So she's been great with my shit. So my partner's been great. All the people that I've met have been great. You guys have been great. I talk to Steph and Say all the time. I talk to you. So I feel like I have a good support system.
It's good to have, a wrestling family
oh yeah, wrestling family. I mean, it's funny. I talk to a lot of these guys more than I talk to some of my own family.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
Does wrestling provide a space for you to escape reality?
I think I'm always, especially when I'm doing stuff for like the store and doing conventions, I feel like that is always Eric Stevens. But I feel like being able to do that at a show is more of a Eric Stevens dialed to 11 type of deal. So I feel like I'm able to
putting it on display.
Yeah, I feel like I'm able to cut loose. I like doing what I do. I like working with these people. I don't consider anybody working for us. I love working with everyone.
Yeah.
I really do.
Collaboration.
Yeah, I building great relationships, lasting relationships. I getting to hear a lot of these guys talk about their experiences and learning stuff from them. I want to learn this stuff. I want to, eventually be able to, who knows, go and take a bump. Why not? Who cares? I like that I'm learning how to, put together rings and do all this stuff. As the owner, you should be able to do that.
Absolutely.
My partner, he's the wrestling mind. He knows the wrestling stuff. I've always been a business guy. I've always been a schmoozer and be able to talk and get sponsorship and that's just been me. Sales, baby.
Yeah, perfect team then.
It is.
What does wrestling give to you, and what do you wish to give to your audience?
I think I want to give the audience the best of me and us that I possibly can. I want to give them an experience that they're going to enjoy. I watch a lot of shows where they, the announcer just goes in there and he's like, "Hey guys, this is a match. This is a match."
No, you got to get them pumped up.
Yeah, not just that, but I interact with everybody. I interact with the kids there, the parents there, and I love. It's funny. I have a fan base in certain states that I've been in, which is cool. I've had people.
So you do all the announcing?
Yeah, I do. I do most of the announcing. I didn't do the second half of the last show I was at
because they shaved your head.
Because they shaved my head, and then I came and got my revenge. It was very nice. But I think wrestling for me is just a way to stay connected to my dad and everything that I got to experience with him.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to give maybe the next Barry Stevens, Eric Stevens, father-son duo that are chilling in the crowd, maybe, their next awesome experience,
I love that. And yeah, same. I can relate to that as well. Being involved in wrestling, it helps me stay connected with my dad and carry on that legacy. Yeah. So,
and the fact that I get to share that with my daughter and
Tommy, your partner, is a big fan of my father. So I was like,
yeah, he's always said that your dad is the GOAT. Always. I remember, obviously not live, but I remember a handful of your dad's matches. Beast. So, unfortunately, I never got to see him live.
No,
that sucks.
You would have been too young, really.
Yeah. But honestly, like the fathers before us, they paved the way. Mm-hmm. So he was definitely an inspiration for a lot of these guys there now, and then too. Like I hear stories about your dad all the time from Tommy.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I know his memory is still alive and well, and I love that. And just me traveling to like Philadelphia, and now I'm branching out into New Jersey and New York, and it's great because I know he loved those places too.
Yeah.
He did.
He did.
So I have just a few fan questions, and then we'll
sure.
And then we'll do a little fun this or that, and we'll be wrapping it up here soon.
Heck yeah.
So fan questions: are wrestlers too similar nowadays, and what can be done about that?
Are wrestlers too similar?
Yeah, nowadays? So it's like too generic. They're all kind of the same.
I don't think so. I think that there are a lot of different types of wrestlers out there. I think there's so many different levels of just think of these wrestlers as like tiered wrestlers, not necessarily like one tier is necessarily better than the other. They're just music is a perfect correlation. There are subgenres of wrestlers.
Yeah.
So you have wrestling and then subgenre of wrestling. Like I have some great people that I deal with that are born and bred to be deathmatch wrestlers. But then I have friends that are luchadors, and I have friends that are just brawling wrestlers. I feel that there is such an eclectic group of men and women out there that it's almost impossible to choose the same two people. If you go to like WWE and like AEW, yeah, I think there's a lot of the same stuff, but the indie scene is not. The indie scene,
like cookie cutter, I guess.
Yeah, they are very, very. It's almost like they're made on a goddamn conveyor belt. But in the indie scene, there's so many different walks of life, so many different experiences, and you have guys that are literally coming from throwing their friends into dumpsters filled with long light bulbs to actually like lacing up legit boots and getting in the ring and doing like a badass 8 to 10 minute match. And that's really, I don't know. Yep. Sorry.
No, that was a good answer. I love it. I love the diversity. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
Oof. I could have one superpower. I don't know. That's a good question. I love Spider-Man, so I would be Spider-Man.
Just straight up Spider-Man.
Straight up Spider-Man.
I think I would fly, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like flying is very, very generic. Like I think everybody picks.
Yeah, I know. I have to think a little deeper, but I do think it'd be really cool.
Telekinesis would be pretty cool, like Professor X. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah. When I was little, I used to watch Bewitched, and so my mom would be like, "Go clean up your toy area."
Oh yeah, so you do the little.
Stand there just like wiggling my nose. I'm like, "Come on, it's not working."
That's funny.
That would be cool. Too. Wiggle on my nose.
Right.
How do you think ECW would fare in today's modern world?
It would have to be real, real careful, or it would be canceled. I think they would find a way to press that envelope, but I feel that it would be very, very difficult for them to do so.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of just
so much.
I call them soft muffins. It's just people literally getting pissed off at everything. Like you have to be careful calling somebody ma'am in the middle of Walmart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. These are the aggressive Karens. These soft muffins.
They are.
That's Karens. All right, so we'll do a little this or that, and then I'll let you tend your little angel over there who's being so nominated.
Oh, man down. You're right there, homie.
So do they all go to your shows? All the girls like it?
No, not all of them. Just my 11-year-old for the current moment.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost done.
Yeah, we're like ending, and you're gonna start crying now.
I know, right? She's been so good the whole time. Here's your body. Yeah, I can hear you.
Your favorite movie replayed in the theater or in the comfort of your home watching it?
My own home.
Okay. Ren and Stimpy or Tom and Jerry?
Ren and Stimpy.
WWE or AEW?
Oof.
I don't really like either.
WWE.
Okay. Superheroes or villains?
Superheroes.
Okay. Vinyl or streaming?
Vinyl.
Right on. Stage or studio?
Stage.
Okay. And then mental health, open discussions or private reflection?
Open discussions.
Right on. That is all, my friend. Do you have anything you want to plug at your next upcoming event? Where can people follow you?
Yeah, you can look us up at SSP Wrestling NJ on all forms of social media, and you can see us in Runnymede, New Jersey, September 19th at the Community Center.
Well, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe to X Brand Wrestling on YouTube, and to sign that petition to get my dad in the Hall of Fame.
Let's
go.
Of
course, I'll keep you up to date with the commissioner voting when it opens up.
Yes, we're looking probably in the next week and a half. That'll be up.
Perfect. Have a great night, Eric, and thank you again. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. See you. Bye.